Really? Wow. So then here you are. You become the first.
Oh, so manifestation. So we get into this. So now I'm just doing competition. I do Guys Grocery Games competition. I do Cutthroat Kitchen competition. I'm back and forth on these shows. And then one day, I was looking at TV and I was like, Food Network Star season 11. I competed with her. Why they ain't call me to be on this show? I was like, it's okay. They're going to call me. And not only are they going to call me, I'm not going to have to fill out that application. Well, 2 days later, I'll kid you not, Beat Bobby Flay, Guys Grocery Game, Cutthroat Kitchen, and Food Network Star called me back to back for interviews because it was show pitch time. So, of course, I'm going to choose Food Network Star. I get a job. And I remember at the time I made it, and they wanted me to send in wardrobe if I wasn't going to provide them wardrobe. So, I remember I didn't have any money, y'all. At that time, I was so broke. Wow. And so I remember going to the store and I remember seeing this black dress. My electric bill due, gas bill due, child, but the dress was $500. And I felt like, well, I need this dress because this is the dress I'm going to wear when I win. Right. So I stared at it and I was like, put the dress in the bag. I'm taking the dress. Don't ask me how I paid my bills. I still don't know today. But I turned it in and I said, this is the dress I'm going to wear when I win. And she laughed. I remember the laughing emoji. And she said, that's so sweet. That is the dress I wore when I became the first African-American woman to win Food Network Star. Now, that was not an easy journey because I'm now walking into this arena where no one sounds like me. No one looks like me. Nobody is from where I'm from. These folks don't even know what popping and on fleek is. You know what I mean? They don't even know what snatched is. When I told Giada, girl, you snatched, she was like, snatch? I was like, nope. No, that's not what we're talking about. And, so it was just like, wow, I'm in this whole new arena. And we had to go through and do our run through. And I remember I'm like, what's up? I'm Chef Tregaye. And Giada was like, well, you remind me of like a caricature. I've never seen anybody like you before. Right. You see that face you made? So I said, a caricature. So we were able to do it again. And this is how I won because this was the first episode. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do it again. Hi, I'm Chef Tregaye, da-da-da-da-da. Now, they going to show this in a movie theater full of people in L.A., largest movie theater. I knew my food was going to be fine. They made me go last. It's almost like they knew that I was out of character. And I cried. And they said, why are you crying? We're not even eliminating anybody. I said, because I promised myself that I would not let you or anyone on this set change me. And I feel like I let you guys change who I was, and I'll never do it again if given another chance. She was like, well, you're good. So Giada, she judges me and she goes, well, Tregaye, you know what happened to you earlier? I was like, you told me I was like a caricature and I'm here to get a job, And she was like, well, I never said I didn't like it. I just said I never saw anything like it. And you just showed me that you can't even pretend to be somebody else, so I want you to be yourself this whole time. We love to see it. And I won almost every one after that.
Wow.
And I became the first African-American woman to win Food Network Star. Yeah. So that story for me is more like, was trials of believing in myself. It was me against me, right? Because apparently they loved me. Right. It was me thinking, is my twang too twangy? You know what I mean? Twang. Am I doing this too much? You know what I mean? Because I want to fit in, but really I should have just kept doing what I was doing, which is set myself apart from everyone because they were looking for someone new.
So now you've got 17 shows on all these networks. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so after Food Network Star, I did the Kitchen Sink. I had 2 seasons of that. I also did Cake-a-Likes, and that show was with me and Kaylin Allen from the Ellen DeGeneres Show and Natalie Sidesurf. That show is funny. So if y'all haven't seen that show, Google, YouTube, or whatever you need to do for that show. That show's not on Food Network anymore, but you can get it on their website. And then it's so funny because throughout my journey of being on television, I'm so used to creating. Because you remember I told you before, I was a creator. Right. But I just never had a chance to have my name on it. So I'm thinking, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do my show, and I make my own recipes. No. For the first couple of shows, they wrote my recipes. And I hated a lot of them.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Wait a minute. Is that behind the scenes
tea?
What?
Yes.
So if you have a show, let's say you are, I don't know, whoever.
Depends on who you are, depends on where you are in your career, and it depends on where they want to put the show. Because at that time, that show was a positive show. And so what they'll do is they'll write the recipes for you for the first season because they have a direction they want to go in. And so it's up to you. Like, they'll let me add to it, but this is what we want to talk
That's
about.
Your base, yeah.
And then it was like, after that, I had other shows, same thing. You know, they would kind of guide me into it. Where I'm an artist. I write my own stuff. I do my own thing. But one day, I did a show called Gorilla Victory on Food Network. And I was one of the judges. And I'm just nice to everybody. I don't care if you bringing me the coffee. I'm like, girl, how your day? You know, I'm just nice to everybody.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
And this one lady, Ia, she was always in there, and I would always speak to her, and she would always speak to me. And that was the end of that show. But one day, she DM'd me and said, well, hey, I'm no longer at Food Network anymore. I'm with OWN. And, you know, Miss Lady O said that she wants to do her first food block. And I told her she would be crazy not to have you. You're awesome. So I was like, okay. So she goes, well, we're shooting this in 2 weeks if you can do it. So I was like, absolutely, I can do it. So now I'm one of the first food shows on Oprah Winfrey Network. And it was at the time we were looking for the title. And this show was like, it was like my big moment. It was like my full 180 moment, just because I was able to write my own recipes. I created all of the scenes. Every episode title I created. Those are my real family and my real friends on the show.
Wow.
And when she decided finally what to name the show, we were going back and forth with what to name it. And she decided to name it Tregaye's Way. Ooh. So it was like...
Wait, have you met? This is the $1 million question.
Not in person, because when I got on, it was COVID time. So she doesn't like to meet too many people since COVID.
But she knows who you are.
But she knows who I am.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. You never know what I might be in the comments. And also, thank you guys for continuing to watch.